Hi, everybody. Regina Roberti, founder of Life Transformation Solutions. I'm a certified health coach and sleep specialist. And I wanted to talk about the significant impact on relationships and social interactions from poor sleep quality. Here are some ways that poor sleep quality or sleep deprivation can affect you and people around you. So the first one is kind of obvious. It's like irritability and moodiness. Like even if a person sleeps regularly and they miss one good night of sleep or two good nights of sleep, um, they're more likely to feel easily frustrated and moody. And this can make them more prone to conflict and arguments and interactions with others, leading to strained relationships. And it doesn't matter who the wedge is put between, it could be anybody in somebody's life. Another way is reduced empathy and understanding. And so sleep deprivation can impair our ability to understand and empathize with others. And we might find it challenging to accurately interpret social cues, emotions, and nonverbal communication, so body language. This can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunications, and difficulties in connecting with other people on an emotional level. Another way is lack of energy and engagement. Poor sleep quality leaves us feeling tired, fatigued, lacking energy. All of those mean similar things. As a result, we may not be fully present or engaged in social interactions. And so this can make others feel like we are disinterested or uninvolved, which negatively impacts us in relationships as well. Impaired communication skills is another way that poor sleep quality can affect you. Sleep deprivation can affect our cognitive functioning, including language processing and communication skills. And so we struggle with finding the right words, expressing ourselves clearly, or maintaining coherent conversations, which can be really frustrating for some people who are trying to maintain relationships through their insomnia experience. So, people might think that, we're not that interesting or fun to communicate with anymore. We might lose relationships because of it, through that frustration or miscommunication with others. Another way is increased stress and tension. So lack of sleep increases stress levels. It increases your cortisol levels, and so it makes it more difficult to manage stress effectively. When we are stressed, we become very reactive, defensive, or sensitive in social interactions. And so this can create tension and strain, as well as hinder open and constructive communication with others around us. And two more ways. One is decreased social engagement. Poor sleep quality can result in decreased motivation and interest in social activities. And so you find yourself wanting to stay home more often. You just can't deal with going out of the house. You might withdraw from social interactions, cancel plans more readily, or avoid socializing in groups of people and with groups of people or all together. And so this can lead to feelings of isolation and negatively impact the depth of our relationships, but also the relationship we have with ourselves. And so this one particularly can lead to depression. So we don't want to go out in public because we're too tired and we don't want to deal, but we don't like actually being alone because we're a social creature and we actually remember having friends and having fun at some point in our life, but our insomnia has taken over us. And so depression of like, I miss the way things were, but I can't handle the way it is now, tends to come into play. And so it leaves you feeling torn between two different worlds. And the final one is relationship satisfaction. So sleep deprivation can contribute to a general decline in overall well-being and mental health. And so what this does is it can affect our ability to maintain satisfying and healthy relationships with our partners or with our family or with our friends or with our coworkers. And so lack of sleep may make it harder to connect emotionally, communicate effectively, and support other people in the relationship. And so it's important to prioritize good sleep hygiene. If this is what you're experiencing, I have a bunch of videos on YouTube from different tips and tricks, how to make falling asleep easier, reducing stress, how insomnia affects your hormones. There's so much information coming into my YouTube channel and all of my social media for you so that you can see how exactly this is affecting you if it wasn't as obvious as it can be for others. So if this has helped you, um, then fantastic. I just want people to sleep. Sleeping does a lot of things for our body. It does a lot of good things for our mind. It helps us feel like we can tackle anything, and it helps us feel like we actually are loving ourselves and we can spend time outside of our houses and do the things that we actually love to do and not feel miserable and disconnected. Um, your emotional well-being is really important if nobody has told you that. And if I can do anything to help enhance your quality of life through guiding you with this information or helping you get past your insomnia or sleep issues altogether, falling asleep, staying asleep, I'd love to help you. I have some really great reviews on Google Review. I have them on my website. I have them all over my Facebook and Instagram pages. And so if you want that information, you can go to my website at lifetransformationsolutions.com where you will find all of the links for my social media and be able to see that review page and Google review page. So I hope that this information finds you well, and I want you to take care of yourself, and I will talk to you.